here of Toronto and Seattle. How many of us saw Seattle winning this game? I can firmly say I did not, but I wasn't surprised. I think this is the playoffs, and there's so much to be said about momentum and just riding the high of the series before. And then you got Toronto, who was just sitting waiting. There's a lot to the playoffs, and it's a lot more than who can hit, who can pitch. There's a little bit of luck involved. There's one team that was rested for a few days. There's another team that played 15 innings, got on a 5-hour flight, lost 3 hours in time, still showed up and did the job. I'm going to go over the notes of this game real quick. Toronto, tough to win when you have 2 hits. You got 2 hits. You're not going to win the game. 2 hits, 1 run. Luckily, one of them was a home run, so you put a run up on the board, but 2 hits is not going to do it. 4 Ks, only 4 strikeouts, though. This is a mix of either not hitting the ball hard or hitting it right at people, or the defense just has you scouted. They know what they're doing. Anytime I see this in the playoffs, people love to say, oh, our bats didn't show up. Nobody hit the ball. Well, the pitching is very good. And I credit pitchers for silencing bats long before I credit hitters for just not showing up. I don't think we give enough credit to pitchers when a good offense gets 2 hits or a good offense doesn't show up for 2 or 3 games. I think there's a scouting report to it. I think there's a lot. And I like to put that on the pitcher more than I like to put it on the hitters. So, I mean, Gosman threw the ball well. 5.2 innings, 3 hits, 2 earned, 5 Ks, 1 walk, and 1 big home run to Big Dumper. An MVP in my mind, doing what MVPs do, coming up big. This was, I think, in the 6th inning. Yeah, top 6. 2 outs, nobody on, 1-0 ball game. Here comes Cal Raleigh. 2-strike pitch, left it up in the zone just enough, dropped the barrel to it, and launched it out to right field. This is what an MVP looks like to me. A guy that does that, a guy that catches all the innings. He will catch all the innings. He caught 15 innings less than 48 hours ago, got on a plane, flew to Toronto, caught every inning tonight. Will catch every inning probably the rest of the way. That's the most valuable player in my mind. Hits the game-tying home run tonight. Polanco, 2 RBIs, 2 singles, 2 runs driven in on each. This is your guy. Polanco's the guy for Seattle right now. And it's kind of fun to see. I said it in the Detroit-Seattle series. I said, to me, this will be the best baseball that is going to be played because I think these 2 teams are the best. And the Brewers play good baseball, a brand of baseball that I love. If you've been following along, you know that. But the Mariners just play the kind of baseball that says we're not exceptional in the home run department, the pop. We have a guy that does that, yes, and we're pretty good at it, but we're almost last in the league in productive outs. We're last in the league, dead last in the league with runners on third, less than 2 outs, and scoring them. You got to pitch and play defense if you're going to be like that, and you're also going to be in the American League Championship Series. You have to. You have to play good baseball. You look at Naylor the other night, who stole on Tarek Skubal, and everyone's like, he's the 2nd slowest guy in the league by the stats. He sure is. You know, he's stolen 30 bags. He's got caught stealing twice. It's amazing to see guys that do things that you wouldn't expect. And this is what this Mariners team does. When you look at their lineup, top to bottom, it's pretty freaking good. It's really good. There's not really many breaks in it. Everybody that comes up to the plate is a bit of a threat, or at least an at-bat that you can't just feel good about. You got Crawford in the 9-hole, who's very good, gets a little big sometimes, strikes out too much, but that's the guy that turns your lineup over, and then it gets you to what? A Rosarena, Cal, Julio, Naylor. The list goes on. Polanco in there, obviously. It's a wild team to look at and think, why is anybody surprised? Late in the season, obviously, they weren't fully there ready, but a lot of fun to watch this team. I just look at this as the epitome of playoffs. This is what playoff baseball is. Nothing matters. The travel didn't matter for Seattle. The time off, rest didn't matter for Toronto. Two teams played, and then you flip-flop so much. Was Toronto Did Toronto really look that good, or were the Yankees just not good? Did the Yankees make them look that good by leaving stuff over the plate? By I don't know. Did they make them look good, or is Toronto really that good? Because when that series ended, you went, Toronto's going to the World Series. These guys are unbelievable. And then you look at tonight and go, 2 hits. Bryce Miller just shoved it up their ass. 2 hits. Well, what are you going to do? This team can't hit, even though you know they can. The thing with them is they're a good hitting team with a lot of power. So they're dangerous. I do not expect them to come back tomorrow. 2 p.m. game. I guess an early morning one over there in Toronto, but I don't expect the Toronto bats to fall flat tomorrow. I don't know what pitching Seattle has for this game. I mean, I can't imagine they used everybody on what is tonight? Today's Sunday. Everybody on Friday night. They threw only 4 guys tonight. Starter went 6, and then they went 1 in the 7th, 1 in the 8th, 1 in the 9th, got the W, kept the arms probably fresh. Anybody that threw tonight could probably throw tomorrow. So Seattle, I mean, again, I don't know who they got going, but they look like they're in a good spot. Can't argue with the fact that they showed up and won, I'll tell you that. Last piece of order on the recap. Home field advantage for Toronto, technically gone. That's huge for Seattle. That's really huge because they're good at home. They're really good at home. Their fans are going to be unbelievably fired up when they get there. Stealing this one's big. I think you're now at a point where you think they could win every game. At what point does a team of destiny start feeling like a team of destiny? If you ask me, it's probably right now. It's probably at this point where you make it past the first round with a daunting series. Daunting. You get past Detroit, and it wasn't easy. It took you 15 innings to do it. And then, and in that series, you beat the best pitcher in baseball twice. You beat him twice. Everybody said if you get Skubal in Game 5, it doesn't matter. You get him twice in that series, you're not going to win the series. Wrong. They got him twice in the series, beat him both times. They get out of that. They come over here. Toronto, juggernauts. Made the Yankees look like nothing. Easy work. Seattle shows up off the plane, no sleep, off a champagne celebration, and they beat him 3-1. They hold him to 2 hits. At what point do you say, this is perhaps a team of destiny? I feel like the Mariners are. Game 2 tomorrow, we got the Dodgers rolling in with the Brewers. This is going to be good. I saw a picture on Instagram today that said, imagine the 2 of these guys calling the game together. And it was Euchre and it was Scully. Bob Euchre and Vince Scully. You imagine? So much history in these 2 guys. And I'm excited for this series. I don't know. I have confidence. I have confidence in the Dodgers. If the Cubs can push the Brewers to a Game 5, there's some kind of holes in the Brewers that I was not aware of. And perhaps the Dodgers use those 2 games to figure them out, to see what they are and exploit them. The Cubs did do that favor by hanging around in that series longer than anyone thought. But the pitching staff for both teams is good, but that pitching staff for the Dodgers, when healthy, and they figure it out a little more each time. Sasaki's now your closer, who can possibly go 6 outs, no problem. He went three innings, no problem. This is your guy. He's been unbelievable. You found him. Okay, welcome to the live show. Should have ended this thing about a minute ago when I thought I was ready. We got the Dodgers. I think the Dodgers are going to be, I don't know. I think they're going to be better than the Brewers. I think it's the Dodgers' year. I don't think it matters who gets the World Series against them. I'm taking the Dodgers. I'm wrapping this show up before I run into more technical issues because I'm the only one sitting here and there's no way I'm going to fix it twice in the same night. For those of you who are in here, I know we got a couple people in the chat. You're on a separate screen. I just wanted to try to stay focused, get this thing out. I will be live tomorrow, likely for the first game of the day. And obviously, I'd love to be live for the Dodgers game. We'll see how that pans out. But either way, I'll be live for game one and probably try to get live for game two. So